Okay, peeps, welcome back. So today we're going to be going over the net asset values compared to the premiums on the Grayscale trusts. This was actually one that was requested by I am a Royster. So here's the comment. And a lot of you have requested this in the past, so we're going to go ahead and go over that. We're also going to compare the market caps of the underlying to potentially what we could see on the Grayscale trust. So with that being said, let's get it. All right, so I am Royster. Something important I noticed when you were scrolling around the ETCG page, which again is ETH Classic, is trading at a steep discount right now. Most of the Grayscale trusts traded a premium several times their NAV. ETCG is almost 50% of that NAV. I didn't hold any until today, but just snapped up several hundred shares. I'd love an NAV versus market price premium discount rundown. So you got it. As for different phases of the cycle, I can't really go over that yet now because we're not at different phases of the cycle, but let's go ahead and take a look at it. So let's go over to the ETH Classic Trust chart and see what he's talking about. So it does appear that ETCG is actually trading at a discount. As you guys know, we have that at about $17 per share. Of course, we don't have a lot in it, but we have something in it. Again, we are very heavily diversified between native cryptos, Bitcoin miners, Grayscale trusts, dividend paying stocks and ETFs, options, cash equivalents. I can go on and on about this, but we don't have all of our money put into just one market. So 23 is the NAV price, and the current price as of right now, which this is actually not accurate, I'm pretty sure is 1340. But yeah, that would indicate roughly about a 40-50% discount. So you definitely are right on that. So let's go ahead and start with LTCN. So you guys can see up top here, this is LTCN. Reason I say this is not accurate, because again, it says down here that the market price is 40.93. And again, I don't know how often these get updated, but you can see it's 35.65 here. So with this NAV versus market price, you guys can kind of pretty much rough estimate this. This is going to be about a 5x or somewhere between a 5 to a 6x, maybe a 5.5x premium. If we go over to the LTCN price, it's 35.65. So we'll just take a look at that. So 35.65 divided by 735. We can, of course, only assume that the NAV price of what they currently have posted is accurate. We don't know if that is or not. That's, of course, up to Grayscale. So you can see LTCN is currently at a 4.85x premium, which basically pretty much what the NAV price is if you get any of these shares at that price or below that price, that's a steal. Pretty much what that means. So at 735 would basically be not at a discount or not at a premium, pretty much just break even. Under 735 would be a discount, and above 735, which we currently are, based on the price back here of LTCN, as you guys can see, would be at a premium. So that's how that works. And again, you can do these for any of the Grayscale trusts. Just so you guys know, you can also look these up anytime you want to. Just type in, like Grayscale Litecoin Trust or Grayscale Bitcoin Cash Trust or HZEN Trust or whatever. Just look up the ticker symbols or type in the name of the trust, and you guys will be able to find this info. It is public information. So we'll go ahead and go over BCHG next, which I know is a lot of people's favorite. So Bitcoin Cash. This is the BCHG trust, as you guys can see, based on the NAV compared to the current price. We're sitting at roughly about a 4x premium. Simple math, I can do that in my head right now. That's okay, maybe not quite a 4x premium. It's going to be about I think 3.75 premium or something like that. So 17.05 divided by 443. 3.84. So yeah, roughly about a 3.75x premium. But if we take a look at TradingView here, which again, TradingView does provide pretty on-point accurate information. If you use CoinGecko, you will get updated information, but it only updates so often, whereas to TradingView, it's literally minute by minute. So you can see the prices changing right now. Of course, the prices are going to be different on different crypto exchanges. You're going to get different prices on Binance versus Coinbase versus Gemini versus, whatever, Bitfinex or whatever exchange you use. Okay, so BCHG currently is $13.91. So let's go ahead and figure this out. $13.91 divided by 443. And again, we don't usually measure how high or low a particular stock or cryptocurrency can go based on these metrics, but you guys wanted these, so we're going to do it. This is about a 3.14x premium as of right now, as of current prices. So this is the Horizon Trust, HZEN. As you guys can see here, the NAV price is way lower than the current market price. That's a pretty substantial gap there, actually, but we all know that this is not accurate. So we'll look over here. 549. I mean, it could be accurate. Maybe the Grayscale one's accurate. Maybe the Trading View one's accurate, but we typically go with Trading View. So 549 divided by the current NAV price, it's going to be about just under a 7x premium. So it does appear that HZEN is a little expensive, but again, expensive in crypto is relative. I mean, these things could theoretically go up 100 or even a 200x. It's possible. We've seen that on some native cryptos last cycles, so would not surprise me. This is ETCG. Again, this is the one that's trading at a steep discount. So NAV price is up there at 23.20, market price 13.40. According to TradingView, it's a little bit lower, so 13.17. So we'll go ahead and figure out what that is. So 23.2. Whoops. Okay, so there is a way to figure this out. So see, 13.4 times 2. So that'd be 26.8. So in this case, that would be, I think, roughly about a 40% discount, if I'm not mistaken. And I mean, again, the ETCG price is not really that far off from this. So the fact that it's even at a discount indicates that potentially it is really cheap. And again, we do have the spot Ether ETF coming up next month. I can tell you all about the spot Ether ETF that Hong Kong has decided to come out, and I'm not sure if they've approved it yet or not. We'll follow up with you on that on a subsequent video. But if Hong Kong and China approve a spot Ether ETF like they did with their Bitcoin ETFs, I guarantee, well, I can't guarantee, but I can nearly guarantee that the US is going to do it. And here's why. It's pretty simple, because if the US does not do it, then that gives China an advantage over the US, and that puts the United States spot on the world stage as being the number one superpower at risk. And I'm pretty sure the US doesn't want to have that. So in that case, they're really not going to have much of a choice but to approve it, in my opinion. So now let's go ahead and get into the next trust. So GXLM. This one currently, I can tell you guys right off the bat, that is going to be about a 4.7x premium. So now price is $10. Market price is $47. Again, this is the Stellar Lumens. So you're looking at nearly a 5x premium. And of course, we don't know which price is truly accurate here, but I'm going to go with TradingView. So based on this would be about a 3.9x premium. So it's not quite as expensive as something like HZEN. So now we'll go into Zcash. Zcash is actually still pretty cheap. As you guys can see, the NAV is at $2 and the current price is $6.23 according to the site, and $5.47 on TradingView. So even at $5.47, that's still only roughly about a 2.5, maybe a little bit less than a 3x premium on this one. This indicates that, in my opinion, I think that the Zcash trust is still relatively cheap, comparatively speaking. So next one, GSOL. GSOL 427.58. That is a lot of numbers, so I don't want to think about that. Let's just go ahead and calculate that with the calculator. So 427.03 divided by 58.24. You're looking at currently about a 7.3x premium. If we go over here to let's see, what was this? This was GSOL. Okay. So GSOL's current price on TradingView is 382, which is this one. So if we redo this and do 382 divided by, we'll just say 382 divided by 58, you're going to get roughly about a 6.6x premium, so a little bit more expensive than Zcash. Mana. So Mana, the NAV price is 443. I can tell you all right now, I wish we could buy at 443, but we have already bought the price that we're going to buy at because we do think that's where it's going to bottom. But we unfortunately missed this because we were buying LTCN, but we've already made like nearly 5,000 in realized gains on LTCN already. So would we go back and change it? No, probably not, honestly. So based on the current price, the rough premium on this is going to be just about a 6x. So if we round this up to $5, round this up to 30, it's going to be about a 6x, but we can go ahead and do the math on that. So Mana currently, based on TradingView, is $21. So 21. We'll just use simple numbers here, 440. So yeah, about a 4.7x premium on that one. And you got GBAT here. So GBAT 250 into 14, that's going to be roughly about just under a 6x, I think. But if we go over here, you guys can see that GBAT is actually at $8. So it is way, way off. There's a huge discrepancy there in between price. So 815 divided by 246. Again, this is only a 3.3x premium. So I would say at this point that GBAT is pretty cheap. But, that doesn't necessarily mean it's time to buy. We always go over the technicals, but where you guys choose to buy, that's up to you. So G-Link, this thing looks like it's nearly a 10x premium. So the NAV is 1423. Again, this is based on Chainlink. Current price actually is $85. So 85 divided by 14, 20. It's going to be about a 6x premium. So not as expensive as something like BCHG, but not as cheap as something like Zcash. And just understand, guys, that just because BCHG is at a higher premium than this one does not necessarily mean it can't go up more. What I found with cryptocurrencies is that generally the one that's the most popular goes up the most, like Mana or trying to think of another one. What is it called? Axie Infinity. I know that was a popular one. Dogecoin was popular. Shiba Inu. Terra Luna before it collapsed. There was a lot of popular ones that the more popular it got, the higher the price went. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So this is the Filecoin Trust. Again, we have the underlying. We don't actually have the Grayscale Trust, but as you guys can see here, the premium on this thing is ridiculous. So Filgy, currently $85 based on what TradingView says here. So that's going to be at least more than a 10x premium. Yeah, so you get a 14x premium on this one. I would say this is probably the most expensive. I'd definitely be waiting for a pullback on this one. That's just my opinion, of course. Again, we showed you guys on the technicals here that we think that likely this is not going to stop until the support zone at about 40 to 36 to 40. Even at those prices, this thing would still be nearly like a 6 or 7x premium. So not as expensive as it is right now. It'd be about 50% off from the current premium price. So this video is actually going to get a little bit long. So we're not going to do like an apples to apples comparison between market caps here. But what I will tell you guys is that based on some of these market caps, I'll just give you guys a rough estimate of what I think is possible. So LTCN, 142 million. Litecoin, the market cap for Litecoin hit nearly 20x this in the previous cycle. So I would say a 20x at a minimum is possible. That does not include the premium. So if the premiums really get out of hand, then it could definitely see a 30, 40x on this. But at an absolute minimum, a 20x, even a 20x is still going to be good. That would put the price of LTCN at $700. We'll go over these one by one. So Horizon, only a $5 million market cap. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to see a $50 million or a 50x on this one, again, because the market cap is so small. So 50x would still only put this at 275 million. Again, that in a bull run, that's not even going to get the underlying token in the top 100, maybe not even the top 200. So even from that perspective, I would still say this market cap is relatively small. And if we got a 50x on Horizon, that would put Horizon at like $250 per $250 per share. So there is something else I want to point out here. So even on the Fibonacci's from the cycle high to the cycle low here, as you guys can see, that's not going to be a perfect retracement. But as you guys can see, a 50x would still put us nearly double this Fibonacci. So again, the Fibonacci's are only accurate until they're not. That's pretty much true for just about any trading indicator or strategy. So BCHG, this one, again, 169 million. If I'm being completely honest, I don't think it would shock me if BCHG did also a 20x. If we go over here to CoinGecko, we'll take a look at Bitcoin Cash on the market cap right now, as a matter of fact, to give you guys an idea of where the underlying goes during the bull cycle. So go over here to basically CoinGecko, then to the token that you want, then to market cap, and then go to the max log. You can see where the maximum amount of money that flowed into this thing was at a cap of 63 billion. So basically, I mean, we could go ahead and do this one because this is one that we talk about a lot. So 63 billion divided by 169 million. Hold on a second. Let's see how many zeros we got here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think I got too many zeros on this. Give me a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, that's 6.3 billion. So 63 billion. Let's go back and make sure this is accurate. So we'll zoom in a little bit more. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yep, that looks like 63 billion to me. So 169,000,000. Okay, so yeah, it says we can do a 370x. I don't know if that's possible. I would say a 20x is easily possible. Again, a 20x would still put us pretty high up there. I mean, you had a 20x, BCHG is going to be at $320. But just for fun, we'll go ahead and measure it as if it was going to do a 732x. So 16 times 372, again, that's a $6,000 BCHG. I mean, it's possible. 372x the market cap of the Grayscale Trust would equal that of the underlying, but I mean, I wouldn't be holding my breath because, again, there's no guarantee that the trusts or the underlying will go to new all-time highs in the subsequent bull cycle. Some do, but some don't. So, I mean, even a 20x is still going to be pretty good. So ETCG, I could see an easy 10x on this. I mean, it's 324 million. A 10x would only be 3.2 billion, which again is relatively small in crypto. It might maybe during the maximum FOMO part of the bull run, maybe get in the top 100 at 3.2 billion. Maybe it does a 15x. I could see a 15x definitely being possible. So GXLM, market cap is really small in this one, only 10 million. Again, I do think a 50x is possible just based on the market cap. That would still only put it at $500 million, which again is relatively small for a cryptocurrency in the native space. So Zcash, this one isn't really that popular in the crypto space, but it does have some upside potential. So 8 million. I would say realistically, this thing could probably do at least a 10, 20x. 10x is probably more realistic. Even a 10x, again, would still be relatively small. $80 million market cap, maybe a 20x. GSOL, this one has had quite a bit of run up already, but again, it doesn't mean it can't go higher. I mean, another 10x from here wouldn't even shock me, because again, a lot of the cryptocurrencies get into crazy valuations during the bull market. I mean, once again, I'll tell you guys, the peak market cap for Dogecoin on the last cycle was $90 billion. Okay, that's bigger than who knows how many companies in the US. It's absolutely insane, but it does happen. So again, 10x, still only 680 million, and that's for GSOL. Which one is this? This is Mana. This is the one that we just bought. 12 million. We'll just round it up and say 13 million. I would say that, in my opinion, I think this probably easily does a 15-20x. Because again, the market cap is just so small. I don't think it's impossible or even unrealistic for this to happen. So 195 million would be the market cap on that. GBAT, this one's really small, so only 5 million. So I would say it's probably realistic that this thing could maybe do at least a 30x. Again, I am being relatively conservative on these estimates here, but we just don't know how many people are going to be interested in the Grayscale trusts. So it's hard to say, but this would be about $150 million market cap. I do think that's realistic. Again, that's not even where LTCN's current market cap is. So G-Link, this is about 8 million. I could see this easily doing a 20x. So 8 million times 20, 160 million. And Filgy, this thing is really tiny market cap, very micro size market cap, super small. So 6 million, I would say probably a 30x. Looking at this thing, a 30x is definitely possible. I mean, 180 million is not even that much. Filecoin's market cap, we can actually go look at that real quick before we close this out, was way bigger than that. In the previous bull cycle, it pretty much dwarfed that thing entirely. So we'll go over again to the market capitalization and then over to the max log chart, or not log chart, but the max market cap chart. As you guys can see, the market cap of Filecoin was a whopping 12 billion with a B dollars. So if I were just to compare the market cap on this one, which again, I don't think this is going to happen, but I suppose anything's possible. I mean, this is crypto we're talking about. You guys will be looking at a 2000x, which is absolutely insane. I don't know that it's going to do that. A 2000x times 85, which is the current price, would be $170,000 a share. Again, I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll just have to wait and see. So anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this content. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.